Yeah. Yeah.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Do you know where I can find the young innkeeper?
Adam? He's either tottering around the tavern or hanging around the horses. You know him.
Yes. Thank you. Master Fafar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Unfortunately, I was forced to fight him and I killed him. I didn't get the chance to interrogate him.
Oh. Oh, I see. Did he carry any emblem at least? It would be good to know who's involved.
Emblem? No, Master Fafar. No emblem at all. His shield was white, but he had these papers.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau. Interrogation held this day. Put to pain by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, well this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzik and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzik sides with the king.
Master Fafar, Sir Radzik sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzik may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skullets mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing a pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzik can rely on me. Oh, I'd say there's real grounds for your forebodings. I heard from one Skalitz miner that someone may have found something there and didn't report it.
I knew it. That bastard Namoy and his cronies. Christ above. I want the lot of them clapped in irons.
The lot of them? How many are there? A dozen? 2 dozen? How am I to arrest them all?
Yes. You're quite right. It'll be enough to take Nemoy. He's a serpent leading the others on the path of evil.
So I should look in the mine, and if anyone's there and I find Nemoy, I should bring him to you in irons.
Exactly. But proceed with caution. The punishment for stealing the king's silver is burning at the stake. Those people will be capable of anything if cornered, even murder.
That's all clear. I'll get going.
God be with you.
I'm glad to see you.
You went to Skalitz on your own, didn't you? That took guts.
Not really. It took me a while before I could work up the courage.
That was sensible of you. I went back straight away, and I almost got killed.
I know. I heard. That's part of the reason I was so nervous.
And how did it go? Did you do everything you wanted?
There wasn't anything to do. Someone already did it before me. I wasn't even able to catch that thieving bastard.
What thief?
Some shady-looking cat. Whole face smeared with soot. He shot out of the basement as soon as I went by and ran away with his loot. I got such a scare. I didn't think about running after him, and he stole absolutely everything, even our new kettle.
What did he look like?
I didn't get a good look at him. He was covered in soot, and his sack of loot was so full, he had the kettle tied to it on the outside. It was gleaming.
A sooty man, a big sack and a new kettle. Of course, he could clean himself up and throw away the sack. Maybe it was a devil. Or a charcoal burner.
You know, it really could have been a charcoal burner. That sack definitely looked like a charcoal burner sack, and there are a lot of those around Rovna, so he wouldn't have far to go.
What was it he took from your place?
I don't know. My father told me never to talk about it.
What harm is there in telling me now? I can't steal it. Someone got there before me.
That's true. My father hid some money and valuables there. There was a jeweled cross he wanted to give Bianca as a dowry.
What did the cross look like?
Why do you ask?
Well, if I saw it somewhere...
What? You want to look for it?
Well, like I said, if I see it or hear something about it, we'll see.
That would be so kind. I've nothing left. If I had that cross, at least I'd have something to remember them all by. The cross itself was silver, and it had a small red ruby in the middle, like a heart, and it was hanging on a red string.
And did you tell the catchpoles about it?
I did. Alex asked me what happened and then sent me straight to them.
And what happened?
They said they were sorry, but they don't have anyone who could search all the houses looking for a kettle. So they told me if I don't know who it was, then there's nothing they can do.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
It'd be fine if we didn't have to sleep in hovels and beg for alms. And the bailiff is always on our backs, the bastard. But what can we do? We've got nowhere else to go. Goodbye.
Heel. Yeah. Show what you're made of. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, leave me be. I want to sleep. Huh? Why are you waking me? Go away.
God be with you.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
Skalitz? I thought that place burned down to the ground. What would I be doing there?
Someone there saw a charcoal burner rooting through the burned out buildings.
Well, if you know who it was, then why have you come to me?
I don't know who it was, just that it was a charcoal burner.
And how do you know that? Because he was grubby from ash in the middle of a town full of ash?
No, because he had a charcoal burner's sack.
And that's your evidence? Anyone can get that. There's plenty lying around a forge, and there's a lot of people wandering around there.
Trying to throw the blame on someone else, are you? Forget it. You're gonna get what's coming to you, you thieving bastard.
No, I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me. I'm innocent, I swear.
If you only stop lying. I can see it in your eyes. You did something, and I'll get it out of you.
Please, no, I didn't do anything. I just found it. It must have fallen from someone else's sack, but I wasn't in Skalitz and I didn't loot anything.
A likely story. Though, if you had a sudden attack of conscience and gave it to me, I might just believe you didn't do anything wrong.
Here it is. Everything I have. Take it and leave me be. I didn't do anything wrong. Farewell.
Good day to you.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
What would I be doing there? Everything burnt down.
Someone saw a charcoal burner rooting around there.
And how does anyone know it was a charcoal burner? I'd like to know.
Well, they said he had a charcoal sack and...
Sacks aren't hard to come by. Especially around Skalitz. Anyone could have one.
including the guilty man.
Or maybe it wasn't me, and you're looking for someone else.
If you don't confess right now, you'll be eating ash too. They saw a man with this sack, and I don't have a problem beating it out of you.
Look, I really wasn't there. Even if you beat me, or let them take me away in chains, I'm still not the person you're looking for.
Fine then. But if anyone catches you trying to loot Skalitz...
They won't. I've never done it before, so I'm not going to start now. Good luck to you.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
Farewell.
Have you been to Skalitz lately?
Not since I ran away from there. Why do you ask?
Because someone saw you wandering around the houses there, poking around.
That's ridiculous. Like I said, I haven't been back since that horrible day.
If you don't tell me what I want to know, I'll make you regret it.
Jesus Christ, all right. I was there. But I came late. The good stuff had already been taken, and I didn't want to go poking around.
Carry on.
It was... Look, this is the rest of what I found. I don't want it. Just take it. Give it to the needy. Whatever you want. God be with you.
What is it?
It's just that you seem to me, and I'm looking for someone. It's a little complicated. And you could persuade me to share that knowledge with.
I don't get it.
To tell you the truth, I can't make head nod.
So for all you know, it's...
No.
It's a rather wild...
Excellent. Yeah. Watch what you're doing. There's people walking.
Yeah.
Good day, Henry.
Good health to you.
Would you know of any way I could earn a bit of coin around here?
As it happens, I was just going to tell you about a job.
So, tell me.
Now and again, a fisherman from Talmberg comes around here with some game to sell. There's more and more poaching going on there, and they're always looking for new people, if you're interested.
Don't tell me there's a shortage of poachers.
There isn't. Only their chief is, well, not an easy man to get on with.
Why's that?
He's a strange one for a poacher. He's got ideas, and not just about how to make coin. But you'll see for yourself soon enough.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then find a fellow in Talmberg who goes by the name of Black Lukesh. I think he lives on the hill above the castle. Tell him I sent you.
Thanks. It wasn't easy, but in the end I pulled it off.
So how did it go? Have you got anything or not?
I found the charcoal burner. Found several, actually. But they barely had 2 groschen to rub together between them. Waste of time.
He didn't have anything? It's ridiculous. He had to have at least a heap of groschen.
And how do you know that? I beat everything he had out of him, and it wasn't more than a few groschen. Maybe he managed to drink it all.
Maybe. If it was the right man. Are you sure you didn't steal from the wrong person?
He confessed and gave up the money. If his conscience was clear, he wouldn't do that, would he?
Depends on the type of thrashing you gave him, doesn't it? It doesn't matter. Let's leave it be. You can take those groschen and stick them you know where.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
So, what are you scheming up this time?
Well, we've got this idea. You might have heard there's coin coming to the Talmberg quarry to pay the workers their overdue wages.
Got it for you right here.
I haven't heard anything about it.
They owe them for a quarter of a year. There's a lot of quarrymen in that quarry.
But it's bound to be well guarded, isn't it?
Maybe not, if we time it right.
And why aren't we talking about it with Andrew?
Andrew hasn't got the balls for it. He sent us to hell.
He did? How come?
I don't know. He just said he won't do it.
Andrew's not interested. Is it that dangerous?
Look, if I'm going to do this, I want to know everything.
It's close to Talmberg, so if we mess something up, we could have problems. But what a pile of silver.
And why aren't...
Andrew hasn't got...
Fucking idiot. Those people work for Sigismund?
Yeah, for Sigismund.
But I know Quarrymaster Rupert. Those people don't work for Sigismund.
No, they don't.
And you think it's all right? Is that what we are now? Common thieves?
What do you want me to tell you? Take a good fucking look at us. You're all right, but we're up to our necks in shit.
But a thing like this...
Do you think we're any better off now than we were in Sasau on our last legs at the tavern?
Yes.
Then you're a fucking fool. Ever since Skellets, everything's been going to hell. Why should we have to pay the price for that? To hell with the fucking quarrymen.
I'm in.
Wonderful. But before we get to work, we have to find out more. We are gonna go and take a sly look at that quarry. Meanwhile, you go to Talmberg and find out when they're bringing the coin. Try to find out who's gonna be guarding it. Even better, if you can make it so there's as few guards as possible, well, you know, I wouldn't be upset at all.
My pleasure.
How am I actually supposed to do it?
Do what?
Agreed then.
Very well. Goodbye.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
So how do I make sure they cut down the number of guards when they transport the money?
Easy. Make it right, Ruckus.
Oh, ruckus.
Ruckus. Hubbub. Bedlam. I mean, just give someone around Talmberg a punch in the mouth, start a brawl, or steal something valuable.
And that'll help.
Of course. The townsfolk will be furious. They'll start clamouring for more guards in the town. Take my word for it. 9 times out of 10, punching someone in the gob is the best solution.
Do you have any other ideas?
Well, most guards, especially the ones in charge, are lazy fuckers. If you could figure out a way to get rid of their horses, I'd bet at least a few of them won't go anywhere.
Thanks.
What a pleasure. I'm sure there's some other tricks you could try, but that's all I can think of.
Take care.